Alright, what's up YouTube? Doing an update on the RM500, and I've been stuck working on this pipe for, seems like, I don't know, forever, a few weeks at least. I first was trying to get some of the dents popped out of it by filling it with water and taking advantage of the cold weather, and that worked. It got some of the bigger stuff popped out. If you look along this seam, it used to be really caved in, and so at least the seam is all pushed out pretty good. But there's just a bunch of little tag marks. So I let the ice do some of the heavy work, and then took it inside and started pulling all of the paint off of it so that I could get a good look at what was left. And well, there you can see it. I mean, those creases are pretty hard to get out. And my plan was to just fill it with water, let it expand to the point where it just pops a seam open. But I think I'm not going to do that now, because I know it will eventually split a seam, and I know that it will not knock all of that out. So I think at this point what I'm going to do is, since all of my damage is kind of along that seam, if you just go down that center line, you can see it all just kind of deviates off of that. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots. And then you move up here to those two. And that's, there's a little superficial one right there. But that's really most of it on the business side, until you start going around the bottom of it. And then there's a couple marks here and there. But this is the main area where I'm worried. That's what you're gonna see when the thing is on the bike. So I think what I'm going to do is come around here to the back, and where the seam is opposite, I'm just gonna cut that open with a cut-off wheel, probably from the top all the way down to, I don't know, here maybe. And I'm just gonna work the metal back far enough to where I can get a bolt or some kind of a punch, or whatever, through there, and just knock all of that stuff out, and then just work on it with a body hammer and kind of use some heat and massage it back where it needs to go. I think that's probably what it's gonna take to get that stuff addressed. And then, at least if I take my time, I should be able to weld that up and have it look not too shabby, especially if it's right on top of an existing seam. It's not going to look like you had to split something open here and weld it up. I won't get welds that look like that because I'm using a MIG, a Lincoln MIG. But if I try, I can get something pretty good, I think. And then, as far as up here, if I have to drill a hole opposite, I'm just going to have to do that. So I'm prepared to drill, maybe a couple holes on the other side of where these are and knock them out. But I think I can get this into good shape. I'm going to leave it in a natural finish and just blue the welds. And I just think it'll look nicer. But right here, this is not my work. Obviously, that was a crack that somebody welded closed, and you can see there's no damage. There's no dents or anything there. It's just, they didn't do a very nice job to finish that. So I'll have to work on that part of it. And then, let's see the back side of it. You can see there's another equal sized amount of damage. I don't know what would have done that. And you can see there's a little bit of a crack. Sorry, I'm trying to hold my phone and do this one-handed. There's a little bit of a crack right there that never even got shut. And I noticed that when I filled this with water, there's little holes and cracks everywhere. So just filling it up and with air and letting the heat expand the dents. It's going to be a chore to even get to that point. But that is kind of cool, that little tag that's been brazed on there. Looks like it was original and then, repaired. So there's going to be a lot of repair going into this, but, the meat of it really isn't too bad. It's just, it's a 1984 pipe that's been abused. Everything all the way around here looks good until right there. I don't know what happened in this area. I'm not looking forward to it. It is really rough. So I'm just gonna have to peel the paint back, and then, there's some more dimples all the way around it. I'm gonna have some work in this pipe, but it's basically just time. I could buy another one for, I think, $350, or you can save some money. And I'm not exactly in a hurry to get this thing going. I'd rather save the $300 at this point. But all I'm using is just a couple different wheels on the drill. I've got a coarse and a fine one there. I don't think I probably would have chosen that as a way to get all this finish off now that I'm into it. But I've been experimenting with paint stripper and sandpaper and oven cleaner and all kinds of stuff. And next time around, I would definitely just try to get this sandblasted or something. But it'll get there, and I'm feeling better about it, even though I still got a lot of work. So thanks for checking in. Catch you later. Peace.